Good afternoon, everyone. Alex here with more Deus Ex Mankind Divided. And, last couple of parts, we ended up, getting drifted off into some side quests, namely trying to help, for a forger who was roped up in business that she didn't want to do, set up a bad cop to get gunned down by good cops, which was fucked up, but hey, karma, right? And then after that, we went to a bookstore where we learned that after he was fished out of the sea at the end of Human Revolution, Adam's Augs had been flutzed around with, and we spoke with David Seraph, who told us that we had been hooked up with these new Titan Augs, which were so super advanced that he didn't, that David didn't put them in Adam originally. And we now have not only new Augs, but if we don't balance them out correctly, it would apparently cause an imbalance in Adam's systems, which would make him overload. And so we can either turn off or turn on certain Augs, or and while balancing them. And I had a lot of praxis kits, so I leveled up a ton of stuff, mostly hacking related, speech, and a couple of other things. Because honestly, hacking is one of the few things that honestly is one of the most important, because without that, you're not going to go anywhere. At least from my experience. So that's pretty much it, really. And now a lot of so now we have to go to the other side of Prague in order to complete the other side missions I now have, namely finishing Melena's quest, finding an upgrade for Kohler, my mechanic, to upgrade Jensen with, and a couple of other things. So let's continue on, shall we? Yup, day off. Haven't been this early in my day offs as of late. But, yeah, schedule cleared up a bit, so I now have a bit of time to hopefully get some gaming early. I honestly wanted to do it a little bit earlier, but I was finishing a season of 24 on Amazon, so I wanted to finish that while having lunch. Okay, so let's go over a bit. Other than the cameras, I've completely leveled up my hacking software. Well, 90% of it. Fortification, stealthing, so I'm not as detected. But there's still some stuff I really want to get, like my smart vision. I want to get that back. I want to level up my battery some more, my health some more. Remote hacking. I ditched the Typhoon. I got my social enhancer back and my Icarus lander back. Shield also. And I increased my inventory amount. So I now am out of Praxis kits, but I'll earn them back in time. And I also found not only some spare parts, but also neuropazine, which apparently is tradable. However, I'm not sure if I want to use it yet for anything. I want to find at least some more Europrazine before I decide to trade it in to that one store where that lady, what was her name, Tanya, works in, and also the blacklist guy, the black market dude who lives down the street across from me, actually. Okay, let's take a look-see. I have more stealth. Data store. Clearance. Okay, no boxes or anything with treasure.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
That worked. Excommunicated. From Joseph Savern to Eric Simmons. Eric, is it true? I tried to access the CC computer, but I couldn't log on, and now I'm being told that I'm no longer welcome in the church. I know Mother was upset when I spoke with her about my concerns, but excommunication, I'm stunned speechless. I'm not simply having a crisis of fate, for heaven's sake. She accused me of kowtowing to the doubts of the flesh flawed, but I still believe. I changed my life completely so you would see that, so I could help you build what we need. I'm 100% committed to Mother and the Ascension, but something literally didn't add up when I reviewed my latest calculations. Surely you must understand this isn't something we can just hope goes well. If the data is truly showing me that I've made a mistake somewhere, that I need a little more time to be sure the Ascension will go ahead and without something dreadful happening to our brothers and sisters. Please give me some news. Joseph. I was wrong. From Joseph to Eric. Eric, I know you're reading these. I was wrong and I can see what now. Why is everyone ignoring me and shutting me out? I just want everything to be right. I overreacted with my pre-activation checks. Mother was probably right, but it's more of a crisis of science than fate. Eric, it was just my head playing tricks on me, but it's certainly clearer to me than ever. Of course it will work. I don't know why I was questioning it. I mean, if the code self-regulates itself for a long enough period across all procedures, then I may just be inventing ghosts in the data where there are none. Just need a few hours to run some preliminaries and maybe spin the collector's course to half power. Stays within range and doesn't exhibit critical dissonance or vibrations, then we can go ahead as soon as Mother wishes. Just please let me come back and leave with my brothers and sisters. I can only imagine just how wonderful it will be when we're one with everything. Hope to hear from you soon, Joseph. Let's check the, Okay, we go to do golden ticket. So we all have to head to the same place. Sista something. Mystery Augs. I already did. Apparently he's supposed to contact me again at some point.
Gave us the means for our salvation. Do not fear now. I pray that the Mother will.
I was in here earlier, but I'm just double backing just in case.
We will all find our way to the machine god.
The machine god. Glory to the Omnissiah. The Emperor protects. Yes, my brothers.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Come on.
Access denied.
Ugh, it wouldn't work on time. I kept pressing X for it to go, but it refused to do anything.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Come on. Why it's not doing it?
Access granted.
Hacking was one of my favorite things about this game. Hey, Judy. Yeah, really, the hacking minigame is honestly very in-depth. I mean, there were some points where it did get a little tricky, but it is surprisingly fun. It was especially so in Human Revolution, where they definitely based it from. It just looks shinier. Christelle. Olivier, listen to me carefully. Yes, I do know this man, but for none of the reasons you might think. He's a Diwali thug. Christelle is in grave danger. You must try and reach her as quickly as possible. Check friends or places she likes to hang out. Anything. She gets on the truck, we'll never see her again. Thought I'd clean my past up with these scum, but it seems they've gone after the one thing I have no control over. I'm so sorry. There's no time to explain more now. I need to think, come up with a plan, find somewhere near the red light district. I promise I'll sort this one way or another. I know it's difficult, but trust me, I'll be in touch soon. Oh yeah. Challenge the higher securities give too. Yeah, they talking from experience in the previous game, there were some where, you know, it starts off simple, but then it turns into a huge web of different streams, and you gotta like prioritize what to go for even when you leveled everything up. Mary, I'm worried about Christelle. She's been hopeful to move out of Prague with Tom, but they were having trouble at the permit office. I have to half apologize. I never told you, but Crystal didn't seem to want you to know. Let's be honest, we've not been in touch much since you joined Rucker's ARC movement thing. Either way, she's been frustrated with the entire process until yesterday when she told me that she met a man called Bruno who said he knew you and that you asked him to help. He's apparently using a truck to take people out of Prague past the checkpoints. Told her to stop rushing into things and come talk to me about this before anything rash. That was over 24 hours ago, since she was supposed to see me, and I'm sick with worry. About to file a report with the police, but I wanted to ask if you know about this, or is she lying to me? Finally, a way out of Prague. Oh, Daddy, Tom will be with me. Stop worrying all the time. I'll come see you tonight, but only because I can't resist goulash. I'm still doing this. It was you that told me to take responsibility, so here goes. Christelle slowed down a moment before climbing into a truck with a complete stranger. Whether your mother knows him or not, come see me tonight so we can talk about this. I didn't want to worry, but you need to give you some news about the apartment too. I'll clean up and make goulash like the old times. Your favorite. Where are you now? With Tom? You can invite me too if you want. Hey, Daddy, good news. You don't need to worry about me anymore. Tom and I are finally leaving the city. Someone named Bruno has said he can help. He knows someone at the permit office, and he says that my mother got in touch with him and asked if he could get help. If he could get me out of Prague. Why did you tell her I was leaving? I thought we agreed not to. Anyway, Bruno has a truck, and he uses it to take people out of the city and go wherever they want. Talk to Mother, tell her thanks, I suppose. Maybe I'll get in touch with her sometime. Don't know. Okay. More XP. XP. Ooh, credits I missed. I find it so fucked up how you can pretty much break into everyone's houses and steal their shit. It's hilarious. Okay, let's try this again. Without, getting noticed. Got that. Got that.
Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Much better. Huh, got some nuke virus software. Ooh, someone's got a kitty. Is there a kitty? I want to pet the kitty. I mean, you got birds flying around outside, so... Aw, bear skin. How barbaric. Only has a nice bookshelf, I'll give him that. Well, there's a cat calendar, but no actual cat. Huh. Vines. The residence. That's cool how you can pretty much interact with so much stuff. Love the detail in every Adam's quarters, everyone's quarters. Like, you don't get this in a lot of games like these.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Daria... Fellow cat lovers, the murder of yet another one of our own has created a terrible emptiness inside me. First Leone, and now this. The world is a broken milk bowl that can never be filled again. Yeah, I thought the phrase was "don't cry over spilled milk, buddy." We have no choice but to cancel our classes pending the police investigation. I encourage you to cuddle up to your loved ones and stay safe. Remember, I'm a mouse click away if anyone needs me. Meow, meow. Alrighty then. Someone's a cat lover. That much is obvious.
And now for a close look at events making headlines around the world. The impact of the August
Oh, litter box.
being felt 2 years after the fact.
I'm like one... Oh, neuropozyne. I need that.
Non-augmented citizens, armed with assault rifles, have begun patrolling the streets of Lewistown, Montana. They claim the U.S.
Yeah,
government is not doing enough to protect
ever since the incident,
crazies.
dogs have, you know, gotten discriminated, and now neuropozyne has been closed off to the public.
Regardless of augmented status, have been
No
declared by the
stashes.
Chinese government.
No stashes.
In apparent retribution for that,
Oh, wait a minute.
vigilante hackers like the Juggernaut collective have practically shut this
Oh, I could have snuck in through here if I wanted. Oh, would you look at that. Once again, Razor Fist was right. You think you found one way to do something? Rest assured, there's 20 more ways to do it.
Restoring the past and building the future.
Beer, nah. Tempting as it is, I'm not gonna bother with collecting all the wine and alcohol and beer, all the various alcohols. Besides, I have a, I can not only make new, hypostims, I have a nice save and load file to help me out. There's the armory that I robbed before. Yeah, forgive me if I end up backtracking to several areas I've been in, since now I've updated my hacking software considerably. Restricted area, even though I already came in here. Like, I came out of my house, and the next thing I know, I got these mafiosos threatening to hit me. And I'm like, what did I do? I didn't do anything. Well, knock them the fuck out. That's what I did. Got another one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one shall I hack first, yo?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Data scan software. Same newspaper. I love how I imagine it's going to be the same thing here, but in Human Revolution, depending on what actions you took, the news would reflect it as such. Like in Human Revolution, you had to, like, go retrieve a chip from a body in a police station. And if you ended up going murder mode and rampaging through it, you'd have your mug right there on the newspaper.
It was a tragedy for all.
But it wasn't all of humankind who went crazy, Dr. Ruck.
The loss of life.
I kind of like how some of these grids have like a fog of war thing going on. Like you don't know what's around unless you've unlocked a certain folder. That wasn't in the previous game, so that's kind of clever. Okay, so folders here. There's the goal there. Clearance. This. Huh. Let me think about this.
Anomaly detected.
Uh-oh.
Trace program initiated.
Don't have time. Oh, wait a minute.
Access denied.
I screwed up. I got them mixed up. Well, nothing. But yeah, I got them mixed up for whatever reason. Oh, wait a minute. Broken wall. Broken wall. I can smash that, but unfortunately, I don't have enough augmentation points. I'm going to have to wait till I get one so I could get the One Punch Man upgrade right here. Punch through wall. Yeah, that one's gonna have to wait. Try again.
In the northwestern United States,
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Much better. Yulia, my love, you are right. I'm sorry to make things more difficult for you. It's just that I miss you so much. Not a day goes by when Yulia does not ask when she can see you again. She cries when I try to explain why I do not know. Life in this place is difficult, but at least I have my daughter with me. I cannot imagine what you're going through. We're both very proud of your sacrifice. Thank you for your love and your strength. Hermanus.
The Santo. Structure.
Hermanus, I love you and I want nothing more in this world than to see you both again, but we cannot abandon what we are doing. Even if we decide that we must focus on our own family first. If I were to join you in Utulek, how would Yulia get the medication she needs? It can only come out from here, and so I must stay, and you and Mr. Galoy must come to some sort of arrangement. Whatever the cost, we must put our daughter first. All my love, Teresa. Thanks for the aid. You should know that your efforts are worthwhile. I love you. Hermanus. Hermanus, I would be grateful if you would forward this to your wife on my behalf. Thank you. Sam. Mr. Petrauskas, I wanted to write to you personally to say thank you a million times for the help you send. I do not know how to manage to get these packages to the checkpoints, particularly with neuropazine in them, but everyone here is very grateful for what you did. The blankets probably saved a few children's lives during the sudden frost we had. I met your daughter and she's beautiful. I pray for your family every night, and I hope the police will not catch you. God bless. Did you miss the dance? Amanda Bickel to Teresa Petrauskas. Hi, saw you through the window and you looked familiar. So I looked you up on the bar's website. Are you the same Teresa Petrauskas who was with the enhanced Czech dancers? You guys were amazing. Saw you every chance I could. I was really sad when they shut you down. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks for the great memories. I'm a natural, by the way.
Passengers aboard Sister Airlines Flight 451 were killed. When an augmented passenger broke into the plane.
Oh, what is it? Oh, it's Alex Jones again.
The black box recorder suggests
Hell, Alex Jones sounds mild by comparison. Semizot again. I've already read that one. An appeal to basic humanity. Talos Rucker, PhD. The augmented are human beings. They are entitled to the same rights, privileges, and recognition as every other human being the world over, but they are not receiving these basic and inalienable necessities. One might have expected, after the initial wave of grief and uncertainty had run its course, that the augmented would have been recognized for what they truly were. Victims no more to blame and having suffered no less than anyone else. Instead, even more of their freedoms are taken away as though their alleged transgressions continue on a daily basis. For this reason, it has become undeniably clear that the violations are not going to be redressed without organized and directed action by a significant number of people. Some sort of activist group must be formed with a view to restoring basic human rights to the augmented, and this coalition of like-minded individuals must come together now. You know, I'm all for augmentations for people that, you know, have lost limbs or body parts. I mean, more power to them. But on the other hand, when we get to territory like microchips in your brains or anything, that's where I'm skeptical, because
Stay in control.
imagine if somebody does what happened to this guy. You become, you know, you can become a mind-controlled slave. I wonder, anything in here? Let me check. Let me save. I know there's probably a code somewhere, but hey, I'm me.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Come on. It's not clicking it.
Access denied.
It wouldn't do it. Like I'm pressing X over the thing and it refused to do it.
Powers of the people.
Well, while I wait for it to charge back up, let's take a look at the map, see where we gotta go. Well, we gotta go to the other side of town over here. That's where the rest of our side quests are. But we also have a few other areas too, like there's this Church of the Machine God over there. There's also a sewer entrance nearby right there, if I recall correctly. So I'm not sure if I want to just get the quests over with first and then come back so I'm not overloaded, or what.
Hey, was it right? Join us, brother.
Oh, wait a minute, there's another pad right here. All the way here. There.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
What's behind door number 1? Whoa. A lot of stuff. Good old hacking. A briefcase. Biocells. Processor chips. A machine pistol. Nah. Don't need that. More hacking stuff, which is nice. Since I'm prioritizing stealth, I won't need a huge amount of weapons, mostly pistols and maybe rifles. A shotgun, if I can fit one eventually.
Access granted.
Huh, I never tripped it this time. That's talk about good luck. Crafting parts. Ah, what is this? More parts. You get Eugen Weiss. Eugen, here's what I could get for you. Various medical supplies as requested. Inventory list is in the container. Includes viral type biomaterial from our BSL-2 stock, so take standard precautions when handling it. Note, I wasn't comfortable acquiring the chemical reagents you suggested on the list, so you'll have to improvise with whatever you have. Sorry, there wasn't technically any spare, and I'm walking fine line as it is. You'll have to let me know how the tests come out. Keep me informed with good luck, Arnold. Arnold. I don't know why I did that. There's the guards still standing there, unwise to the fact that I already got to their forger. So... okay. Koniki and Haraki. Yeah, that's where I was. There's the drug den right over there, where I can exchange hieroprazine. And, of course, there's the merchant, who wants hieroprazine too. And the Church of the Machine God over here. You know what? I have to head here anyway, so... what the heck? Let's go take a look at the church. I mean, I might as well, since I'm there. While we're at it, let's take a look at what's down here. That's blocked. Nope, not blocked.
Manipulated. I don't know exactly, but someone saw him. In the sewers. At the mercy of a man's voice.
A cult of some kind? They say there is a resurgence.
Pavel is impressionable. The world terrified him. He spent all his time hiding, dreaming of utopias that do not exist. My brother Pavel disappeared 2 months ago, and he is not the first.
Uh-oh. Rumors of cult. Rumors of a cult. Sometimes just rumors, sometimes warnings or calls for help, or secrets sold by a man with a fake name. No matter how I found out about some of these locations, they're all worth a close look. It's an age of easy answers, an opportunist rises to take advantage of society's most vulnerable. If there's some new cult operating underground, I should do whatever I can to find out. So they seem to have expanded on how to initiate quests compared to the last game. No labels. Bunch of stuff there, a bunch of stuff there. Let's head right. Then again, I might not be able to do it. Look at that. Electric floor. That looks big. I might not be able to do this, but I'll see what I can do.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Cameras everywhere. Can shut it off over there. Whoa. That's a lot. That is a lot.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Turret domination required to use. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just wandering around. Five attempts left. Whoa. Well, that's only if I quit, if I recall.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Open. Thank you. Whoa. What the hell I stumbled into?
Things are just as they should be.
Alrighty then. I seem to have stumbled onto something that I'm not sure I'm supposed to have stumbled into.
The chemicals have a... You heard it?
I'll follow.
Going through, there's nothing's happening.
Take a team through the tunnels later.
Yep, I stumbled onto something I shouldn't have. Duncan McCready. Oh yeah, one of our squad mates.
Surprised that doctor agreed to keep working for us.
A doctor, huh?
All clear. Not a fucking thing to worry about.
A few lights wouldn't
Who the
hurt.
fuck is Arnabog anyway?
Think it was a
Where
rat?
fuck is Swan cleaning?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I can do this yet. Vega. Wait, do I have cloaking on me? Let me check. I don't think I have it. Let me double check. Cause this place looks heavily guarded. I don't know if I can actually do this yet. Oh wait, I do got cloaking. I do got it.
Yo, you banging?
Nah, I don't want them to know I'm here. Yeah, sorry for the loads and for the reloads. It's just I'm a perfectionist. Panchaea. How they dug that hole deep into the Arctic Ocean like that, I have no idea. That's a marvel of engineering right there. I wonder.
They think they are so fucking smart. I haven't seen any of the chemists trying to steal any product.
The chemicals have a reaction to light. That is why it is so dark.
Okay. Switched onto a different channel. Okay. That's fine.
Surprised that doctor agreed to keep working for us.
Of course I won't forget the vodka.
What the hell?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Cameras, turrets, lasers. Turn off. Disarm. Disable. Disabled. 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 Couldn't turn off the turret, but it'll have to do.
They're charged with both preventing attacks and investigating them after they happen.
How are the reactors holding up? I checked the pressure valves an hour ago. Everything is fine. They're ramping up too fast. We should slow down the
They got some kind of operation going on.
Now it's our job to put the match.
Harmony Knapkova, Neon Reactor Codes. Michael Svoboda. You've been very stubborn about keeping the Neon Reactor Codes to yourself. You say it's for our protection, yet you're the only one who knows how to safely maintain the reactors. I think you're full of shit, Harmony, and so does Zarnobog. Your knowledge of the lab isn't going to keep you alive forever, especially if we find out that you're the one sneaking out product. Make no mistake, the lab is ours now. Belongs to Udvali, and so do you, Mikhail. Did I inadvertently stumble into part of a mission already? Huh.
Who are you? How the hell did you get in here? This is a restricted lab.
Restricted or illegal?
What difference does it make? It's a private neon lab. The kinds of people who profit from it, who protect it with guns, they kill trespassers like you. Give me one good reason not to trigger the alarm.
For starters, because I can move a lot faster than you. So how about neither of us do anything rash just yet?
What is it you expect from me? I'm just a chemist here.
I may not be an expert in neon. Warn or dismantle?
I may not be an expert on neon, but I do know that more often than not, the drug business is either dirty or dangerous or both. There are consequences to doing what you do. You need to be careful.
Are you giving advice? Or are you threatening me?
Both.
I'm telling it like it is. You may not be the one out there pushing, but that doesn't mean you're not part of it.
People are so eager to demonize those who make and distribute drugs. And yet, what actually drives the industry? Individuals who happen to like the stuff. We have a right to do whatever we want to our bodies. Some want to be robots, some want to see rainbows. Me, I have no prejudice against either.
Moralize.
The product is illegal. It hurts people, and it's designed to get them addicted. I'm not interested in debating personal choice with you. I'm interested in making sure you find a new career path.
Okay. You hear of any openings for a chemist with a criminal record? Be sure to let me know. Who will do something?
I think I might have stumbled onto something I shouldn't have.
There is no need to worry. Keep your eye.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Biocell plug. How do I jump up? I need to jump up. Well, alrighty then. I can't jump up.
I got my eyes on the whole operation. It'll be okay. We'll have to move some things around later. Might have a partial here.
I think I'm going to invest my share. Buy property in the company.
Wait a minute. Oh, I can't climb that.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Neon Knights trophy. Well, I don't know what I did. Let me look at the trophy. Hold on a second. Neon Knights, Neon Knights, Neon. Wait a minute. I did the Neon Knights quest full by accident. Let me reload that. Okay then, I ended up doing something I shouldn't have by jumping ahead inadvertently. Holy shit, they really allow you to do anything however you want, don't they? Let me look at that. Neon Knights, Neon Knights, Neon Knights. Yeah, I did it. I did Neon Knights by complete accident. Well, I'm going back because I don't want to, I want to fully see the whole thing instead of blundering into it by complete accident. Whoops. That was 20 minutes of tomfoolery, wasn't it? You know, the fact that they allow you to get away with that is quite the testament to the game's quality. Okay, let me get up. Come on, game. Let me up. You can do it. Turn off the breaker. Keypad disabled. So it's another way I could have gone. Well, I'm not going back in there until after I've done the rest of the Neon Knights quest that I ended up skipping past. That's incredible. The fact that you could actually get away with doing all that. Oh, gas. Circuit breaker room and a breakable wall.
I like it down here. If you don't, then you can just fuck off.
Well, fuck you then. How about that?
We could use some help.
Some
You have
Viznik.
to make... Please, don't tell anyone. Viznik's not supposed to be here. Shh. But I am here.
I'll take your word for it.
I was part of it. The hive mind. Inside the gate, I questioned what holds us together. Where? Why? Now this. Exiled from exile. I have been disconnected.
Disconnected? Disconnected from what? I don't understand what you're saying.
If there is a lack of understanding between my brains, may not always misfire like these. He did this to me. It's what it does. But I can't force you, because I'm not like him.
Not like who? Who forced you?
Together, they succumbanize to him. Him, the opportunist, the savior, the rat. When I resisted, I saw. It made him fear me.
Reassure.
You've obviously been through something. Someone's harmed you. If you can help me understand, then maybe I can help.
Yes, okay. You'll be fine. I can tell. You'll understand. You'll empathize. Because what it really is he's just like us, but more. It's a cry for help. You'll pick up on that.
He's a former cultist,
What's
isn't
a
he?
cry for help?
The little mind thing. The persuasion. He's trapped by what he can do. Just like the rat. It makes so much sense now. Those most scared of what the world had become were most likely to cling to the first alternative. Now they're all signaled.
Let me see if I got this straight. Everyone beyond the gate is in-signaled to something. Like the rat.
Exactly. I'm glad we understand each other. Okay. Just remember, you'll only be able to confront him if he knows that you know that he knows. So, obviously, you'll need the name. The name. I'm not supposed to give it away, but I must. And then you must. Yes?
Someone who's harmed you. Need to know
You're
more.
asking me to go beyond that gate, to confront someone. Someone who's harmed you, who may be harming others. I'm willing to do that, but I need to know more about what's happening.
He casts them close. He brings them away. You must find out how to uncotangle him from the others. To resist the mentality. They need to be eased out. Figure out what holds them all together. Because it's not his personality. When you finally see Richard for who he really is, you realize it cannot possibly be that.
Richard, huh? All right. Let's go see what I've agreed to.
The Pied Piper is a rat. A rat!
A rat. Whoa, there's a lot of security up in there. Enter the locked area. Cult of Personality. A straggler named Visnik gave me access to a locked section of the sewers.
Visnik could use some help. The Pied Piper is a rat. A rat!
Are we entering the Church of the Machine God? Because that's what I think it is.
Stranger, he should not be.
Outsider is not one of us.
Do not look at him.
He will harm us. He cannot harm us.
He will behave himself.
He will be made to behave. Richard will know what to do.
He will listen to Richard.
Richard, protect us, Richard.
Richard.
Come closer. Let me see you. There's nothing to be scared of. Everyone's worst impulses get checked at the door, yours included. I hope you understand the need for it. We preach pacifism here. Alternatives to terror. Don't want animals dragging in the mud.
Who are you? What is all this?
This is what the new freedom looks like. A collaborative elaboration of the imaginative experience.
Don't you mean mind control?
Experiment of some kind.
We're beyond experiments. We're establishing truths, new models of belonging and community, ones in which people can actually live.
Your own little utopia. There's a man outside who... He asked me to come. He said you... A man outside.
I know what it's like outside. Trapped between acts of humiliation and acts of terror. Between resolutions and registry codes. The canned laughter. The scripted dreams. It's no longer a place for people.
I came because I thought something was... It's wrong. I had reason to believe something's wrong.
Everything is wrong. That's why we're here. Bracketing out the terrors. If only in this one tiny corner of the world. Allow me to suggest something. A version of you. A version that strips away all suspicions, free of the sinister cells we cling to along the way. Here, you can be free of the injustices, the suffering, your own animal impulses.
In other words, ignorance is
Finally,
bliss.
You can be human.
You don't sound very human. Indulge. Benevolent, optimistic, and a pacifist. This Richard is a great man. His words are an extension of his benevolence, his presence an antidote to fear. Somehow, he's created a space free from aggression, from violence, from despair. Desire to please him is overwhelming. Uh-oh. I think we're getting a little botched ourselves. Let's challenge him.
I may not know exactly what's going on here, but I do know that an honest man wouldn't need to hide behind a screen.
I know what you're thinking. You can't wait to be the best version of yourself.
That didn't work.
Bisnick said I had to see through you, your attempts at manipulation, to see you for what you...
Some part of you abhors violence. Some part of everyone does. See, I know you better than you know yourself.
What's going on here?
You don't want to hurt anyone.
Well, that didn't work.
I don't know for a fact that you're doing anything wrong.
That's because I'm not. Unless you count saving these people. We live in a world of brutality, repression, exile. The Restoration Act is the single greatest human rights violation of all time. These people deserve better than that.
Most men who claim to be saviors,
You have a skeptical personality. It's understandable. You're a product of your time. No one's forcing you to stay.
You want me to leave? Like Visnick?
I want you to understand. The people who choose to be here, they are good people. And with my help, they have done something miraculous. They have found a better version of themselves, of society.
You sure about that?
Promise me you won't jeopardize that.
Confront. I didn't come here to jeopardize these people. I think you're the one who's harping these people. Acquiesce or confront. I'm going to try acquiesce, because I have a feeling he's just going to shut me off in the confront part.
I didn't come here to jeopardize these people.
That's good enough. That's all I need to hear.
That's all he wants to hear. Find a way to confront Richard.
You're not here for the right reason.
One among you is armed to the teeth. Is a tree of thorns. But not even he can act upon his based impulses here. Deep down, he knows it's wrong.
As individuals, none of us belong here. What the hell is this? There's no place for us.
Yeah, something's wrong here. My system's all fogged up.
The skeptic. All he sees is sewers and bums drawn to a face on TV. He doesn't see the world we've created, and until he does, I don't think he should say anything.
Nah. And someone's calling me. Hold on. That was dead. Okay. So we've got this unnatural signal happening. The backbones of communities. These look like suggestions or maybe even laws describing how these people are supposed to live. They're all crouched in some kind of mythology centered around this man named Richard. Good people don't go upstairs.
Nothing can exist without people imagining it first. Take pride in what we do. In the kind of community where
Crumpled toaster. Richard and Laboriel's explorations of the mind.
concentration.
Hypnotic experience. So he's a hypnotist. Or former hypnotist. Pavel Kainos. Where are you? Jan told me what happened. You lost all our money trying to buy those fake permits. You said you were ashamed that you could no longer force me after being taken in by those horrible scam artists. There be no reason to be ashamed. You're so much better than the rest of the world. You are vulnerable and gullible, yes, but I love you for it. From Annika. Don't go upstairs, he says, huh?
I need you to stop and to ask yourself, what am I contributing to the experience? You know who you are. You know what I'm talking about. I see. You don't belong here. You need to leave. Nothing can exist without people imagining it first. Take pride in what we're doing. In the kind of community we're building together. Good people. Our focus, our concentration. We are advancing, man. You don't belong here. You need to leave. It's a capital G garden, Martha. An ideal for all of us to live under. You have blessed, as you will keep it forever.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Not gonna work.
Access denied.
We are becoming someone else. Not through fear, not through technology, not through long-drawn trials and errors of evolution. We are doing it through sheer force of will.
He's pulling quite the Wizard of Oz stunt.
One among you is armed to the teeth, is a tree of thorns. But not even he can act upon his statement of fear. Deep down,
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Look at that. I made it outside his sphere of influence.
Not doubt yourself, Tom. We all know what that means.
He's right in there, isn't he?
We all saw what happened to his.
They claim augmented crazies. In China,
There he is.
have been imprisoned by the Chinese government.
Neutralize Richard.
Yes, folks. These are troubled times indeed. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Pioneer.
Breach software.
Structure. Quality.
Disabled Richard's system. Top 10 tech, abandoned technologies. Community initiative. No project was more scrutinized in the wake of recent global catastrophes than the community initiative. This advanced development in social augmentation technology was designed to create new kinds of shared spaces and communal experiences through area of effect social enhancement technology. Early implementation in venues such as theaters and community centers proved underwhelming, though a handful of innovative entertainers did find clever ways of amplifying the experience by handpicking their audience. A quick pre-show personality test could determine if they were more or less likely to submit to whatever shared fiction was being proposed. In today's post-incident world, the thought of this kind of initiative pushing into theaters across the continent is a thing of the distant past. The consequences are too terrifying. However, for a few months back in the summer of 2025, the community initiative was praised as the best kind of new technology. The kind that promised to bring us all closer together. And this guy, this hypnotist, was using that plus everything else to hypnotize people. Breach software. Key card. Seek out Laborio. Huh. Seek out Laborio. Huh. Let me, Huh. Cult of personality. Let me look at that. Let me look that up. Let me see. 'Cause I'm curious as to how the whole thing would have gone. For a diplomatic. Yeah. Huh. I'm gonna go back, because apparently there's a lot more stuff to do this better had I gone to look up this Laborio guy. So I'm gonna go back in there. And I'm gonna look around, find the stuff, then go back out.
What the fuck is swamp cleaning?
So yeah, this is gonna be one of those games where I want to look up everything. Can't go in there.
No.
No. Please, don't tell anyone.
I can't skip over the dialogue. Oh wait, I can.
I was part of it.
Disconnect.
If
You've obviously...
Yes.
What? Let me... You asked...
The Pied Piper is a rat. A rat!
Okay. Huh. I'm gonna try the diplomatic approach by going in, finding stuff,
Disney could use some help,
and going back out.
He's a rat. A rat.
So
Stranger, he should not be. Do not look at him.
He will harm us. He cannot harm us.
He will behave himself.
He will be made to behave. Richard will know what to do.
He will listen to Richard.
Richard, protect us, Richard.
Richard.
Come closer. Let me see you. There's nothing to be scared of. Everyone's worst impulses get checked at the door, yours included. I hope you understand the need for it. We preach pacifism here. Alternatives to terror. Don't want animals dragging in the mud.
Who are you? What is all this?
This is what the new freedom looks like. A collaborative elaboration of the imaginative experience.
Experiment of some kind.
We're beyond experiments. We're establishing truths, new models of belonging and community, ones in which people can actually live.
You were a little utopia. There's a man outside who... He asked me to come. He said you... A man outside.
I know what it's like outside. Trapped between acts of humiliation and acts of terror. Between resolutions and registry codes. The canned laughter. The scripted dreams. It's no longer a place for people.
I came because I thought something was... It's wrong. I had reason to believe something's wrong.
Everything is wrong. That's why we're here. Bracketing out the terrors. If only in this one tiny corner of the world. Allow me to suggest something. A version of you. A version that strips away all suspicions, free of the sinister cells we cling to along the way. Here, you can be free of the injustices, the suffering, your own animal impulses. Finally, you can be human.
Yeah, a mind slave. Okay, so indulge.
I don't know for a fact that you're doing anything wrong.
That's because I'm not. Unless you count saving these people. We live in a world of brutality, repression, exile. The Restoration Act is the single greatest human rights violation of all time. These people deserve better than that.
Most men who claim to be saviors,
You have a skeptical personality. It's understandable. You're a product of your time. No one's forcing you to stay.
You want me to leave? Like Viznik?
I want you to understand. The people who choose to be here, they are good people. And with my help, they have done something miraculous. They have found a better version of themselves, of society. Promise me you won't jeopardize that.
I didn't come here to jeopardize these people.
That's good enough. That's all I need to hear.
Okay. So now, let's collect the evidence.
Do not doubt yourself, Thomas. We all know what that can do to a man. We all saw what happened to Viznik.
Okay. We'll look around. I'm looking around.
Here is all we have left. A scrap of sewer. They control everywhere else. With their laws, their threats, their guns. But together,
Yeah.
we can make it here wherever we want it to be. Here can last forever.
Yeah, that's very nice, Charles Manson. Okay.
Viznik could use some help. I can still hear it. It's like a mosquito in my brain.
Okay. Well, it seems there's a repeating pattern of going all the way up to the north of Prague. So I'm gonna go back up there to look for this this guy that worked for him.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Okay then. Where does this go? Over here, somewhere.
program initiated. Access granted.
That worked better.
No activity in this area. Continuing general patrol mode.
A drone. Okay, that didn't work. That pistol sounds pathetic, honestly.
It's a capital G garden, Martha. An ideal for all of us to live up to. You have dressed it, and you will keep it forever. Discard the darkness. Suppress your sinister.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
I'll go in there later. I want to get the remote hack unit. If I could find him, get more insight. Okay. Okay. So, I'm gonna come back here later. I apologize if this part has been a whole lot of nothing. You know, not much in the way of stuff being accomplished. But, you know, trying to get the lay of the land as well as see what
Just take it easy.
I can do in time.
Everything will be done fine.
Nothing but trash, as usual. We should not be surprised. Watch your step.
I need a church card, so I can't come here yet. But I need to go all the way here. The Red Queen, huh? Limb Clinic.
What is this? Unless you're looking for trouble, keep moving.
These papers are out of date.
Lucky. This fire might freeze to death.
One.
Pretty obvious you work for someone important. I don't know who, and I don't care.
Papers, please. Papíry, prosím.
This is getting to be a real pain.
Chvilku strpení, prosím. Skenuju. Co pak tady máme? OK. Žádný problémy? Tak jo, Augu. Můžeš jít dál.
Can I keep this gun?
Insert card. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff here. Bathrooms. Save again.
Radíme všem občanům, aby se vyhýbali přelidněným prostranstvím a pokud možno nevycházeli z domu.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Who locks a public bathroom? Seriously. Nothing in here. Something in the girls' bathroom. A vent. Alright, I can crawl around on the ceiling beams for some reason. Don't know why. Ah, what's this? Adam, what have we stumbled across? Looks like a breaker room of some kind, but for what purpose does sneaking in here accomplish?
When you wish upon a star.
What?
The song.
deal with this.
It's in my head. It makes me think of the old puppet shop. You remember the one when we were kids?
Kopeki.
That's it! Kopeki! I used to love going in there as a boy. So much magic. Shame it's closed now.
That place should have been burned to the ground years ago. Fucking puppets and clowns are the spawn of the devil. Puppets and dolls and clowns are soulless vessels for evil.
I fully agree with him.
I hate watching the city change so much. All the history and culture has been run over to make room for the future.
Huh. A man of his a nationalist, I see. But a respectable kind. I can get down with that.
We won't push you aside for your augments. We want you to be part of something. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Felice Allman, and I represent the Santo Group. We're looking for able-bodied augmented persons like you to help us create the future.
Yeah, we saw her in the emails.
Don't take this the wrong way, but this might be the wrong town to hawk a dream of the future in.
Don't you think it's exactly the right one? Prague, a city with no respect for the choices its citizens made to become augmented. The choice you made.
And you're going to tell me Santos found a city that does respect us?
We're making it. You can't deny the world has to change. For the better this time. Augmentations helped us take great steps before. And we can do it again. In Rabia. A concept city. 3D printed. Beyond state-of-the-art. A symbol of evolution.
In the deserts of Oman. I've seen the news stories. But Santo's not a charity, and I don't think your stakeholders are philanthropists.
That's why they've asked people like me to spread the word. To make an offer. Incentive-driven employment for any augmented person. You'll get a sponsored work permit for the duration of the city's construction.
And after that?
A guaranteed place in the residency lottery.
Seems a little utopic. Cynical, pessimistic, or optimistic?
I appreciate that you believe in what you're selling, this new future. But the future the Augmented want is the same as anyone else.
And the world won't allow it! I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to. Santo is the only corporation in the world to increase its augmented workforce in the past 2 years. Did you know that?
What if there's a catch?
That must be convenient for a construction business.
It's the opposite. Our CEO's life has been threatened for supporting the legitimacy of augmented people. But he, Mr. Brown, understands that the augmented saw the future early and rushed to meet it.
Nathaniel. Yeah, we heard of him.
What guarantee do I have that life in Rabia is different than the segregation here? Or is that a lottery too?
Rabia.
Santo is the guarantee. We keep the rights to the city in perpetuity, never handing it off to people who want the augmented out of sight and out of mind.
But that's still exactly what you're doing. A city in a bubble, born from fear between augmented and non-augmented.
There have always been divisions in society. There
true.
always will be. That's why there are walls. Someone has to build the walls, and that's Santo.
Utulek.
I thought the Utulek complex was Santo's future for the Augmented. From what I've heard, it didn't go to plan.
Not to our plan. Utulek was supposed to be a low-cost, high-volume housing solution for transient workers. It was never meant to become what it has.
And why didn't Brown step in? Doesn't look good to have your name associated with an Aug ghetto.
It's out of our hands. Since the incident, it's been run by the Czech state and their police. That will never happen with Rabia.
Nathaniel.
So this incentive program, positioning Rabia for the Augs, it's all on Nathaniel Brown?
Everything. The industrial printing of the city, the archaeological design, the recruiting drive, even the street teams. Mr. Brown met us personally to sign off on us. Would you believe it?
Yeah, I think I would. Archaeological?
Architectural ecology. Rabia is zero footprint, fully self-sufficient. It is not just his solution for the augmented. It is his solution for cities. It is visionary. There is no other word for it.
Right. Unfortunately, most of the visionaries I've met were so busy chasing their grand plan, They lost sight of the little people.
I just noticed that her ponytail moves. You know, in most RPGs with visuals like these, they'd be stiff as a board. I kind of appreciate that.
You've given me a lot to chew on. I can't sign up with you on the spot.
Just consider it. What I've told you. I'm not trying to sell you the e-brochure of Rabia. You've seen it all anyway. They're just pictures and holograms. I want you to believe in the place.
Didn't the Illuminati mention Nathaniel Brown and their meeting before?
Sir, there's a better life for
Santos says they're going to make the future a better place. They should concentrate on fixing the present.
Yep.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Nothing in there.
This is your last warning.
Uh-oh. Whoops.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Well, let me tell you, the next time that little bastard comes in to complain about not having access to his locker, I'm going to shove him in it and leave him there. I know, right? Have a sense of priority. So we took over the break room for a while. Big deal. We are trying to keep some semblance of control over this part of town. Yes, well, you already know what I do. We should stamp down on this place. Hard. I agree, but I guess the city doesn't want to spark something we can't handle. Desperate people are capable of desperate things. We can handle whatever they throw at us. No reason for anything untruthful.
Sorry, Copper.
What the hell are you doing here, Clank? Out now!
Painkillers. Shotgun. Hey, Dad. Mines. Cat Pololanic. Cat. Maintenance said, can't get in the server room. Maintenance said a burst pipe has messed up the panel providing power to the door, but they can't fix it until tomorrow. It's switched off for now because it was electrifying stuff around it. Looked scary as hell when it was on. Either way, door isn't operating until it's repaired, so you should come over yourself and make sure they're on it. For now, just give IT permission to patch me remote access. Password is Messier43. Gotta be out of the station anyway with all the extra police hanging around. Alex Prazak.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Breach software, hacking software. Security. BioCell. And reveal software. So this is a server room. Cameras. Intruder tracking. Keep all that off. So there's a busted server breaker room somewhere.
Santo and augmented people just like you are creating the
Well, not much to say at the moment. Wait a minute. Well, look at that. So there's different places to go. Not just one. That's cool. We actually get to see him wait on the subway as it goes.
Got what you're looking for.
The debate. Whoa, what is this?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Wow, now what? Whoa, we cannot go in there. Gas. Too much gas. Well, I'm definitely not going there until later, that's for sure.
Smells like police. You got nothing to do here.
Nope, but I got this. It's reading material. The Social Monitor, The Shame of All Ghettos. By virtue of social and legal pressures, many large cities, especially in the Western world, have undergone a transformation in the last 2 years. Willingly or not, the augmented population in each of these cities has been corralled into specific neighborhoods, restricted and segregated. Originally marketed as specialized living for the enhanced, these districts quickly became something else. Underserviced, inadequate housing, only meant to keep conflicts and competition between the augmented with the normal population. Didn't take long for these communities to earn less than flattering names from the surrounding communities. Tin Town, Golem City, the Rust Belt. Took even less time for these areas to become enclaves, often armed that even local new law enforcement avoided, at least without sufficient backup.
I hate watching the news. Wars, famines, murders, diseases. Is it my imagination, or did everything go to hell after the incident?
No, you're right. Thousands of companies closed their doors. Hundreds of billions of dollars disappeared from the stock market overnight. The world still hasn't recovered. I almost lost my house.
Hey, speaking of houses, are you going to that house party on Saturday?
Are you kidding? If I missed it, I will just die.
I have trouble sometimes remembering what life was like before the incident.
Who the...
Maybe humanity will never recover.
Oh, shit.
What are you cursing about? It's just a poster. Or maybe... Oh, wait, the poster's glitched. Maybe that's why. No, he's just looking for directions.
Yeah, well, there's the problem right there.
We are doing the best we can, sir, but full service will not be re-established for a long while.
Does it look like I have time to chat? I've got work orders coming up many years here.
Got a few more years, and then I get to sit back and collect my pension.
Or trank rifle. Revolver ammo. How's my inventory again? Getting a little filled. I'll pick up the revolver just in case. Eventually I'll run into the actual gun. Well, I have the one from DLC, but I want to see what the actual one looks like.
To that garbage.
Cops are bullies. Bureaucrats issue the wrong paper.
Hate to see with these bugs.
Hold it, Clank. Let me see your permit. And be quick about it.
I'm sure you'll find everything in order, officer.
What's the matter, eh? I'm holding you up from some important, This is a BH-847.
Is that what it is? Sounds impressive.
Are you going to be a problem? Nice to yourself. You are cleared through this checkpoint. Go about your business.
Used to be a beautiful city. Now look.
Yeah, there's garbage all over the place. And a whole bunch of shit.
I always get a little nervous when I go into the subway. I don't like the feeling of being trapped underground.
You worry about everything. I'm amazed you're willing to take any kind of train at all after the bombing.
Did you ever stop to think that this station is named for someone who died during the AUG incident?
I didn't before, but I'm going to now. Thanks a lot.
You, aren't going to hurt me, are you? You should be aware I never carry any money on me.
You two are so great together. I could do this all day.
Well, that's new. Well, we're in the nicer neighborhood.
Thank you so much.
Been the highlight of our day so
My
far.
pleasure.
Thanks.
Wait,
Have
you
a
saw
good day.
there's a clone over there.
Stay out of his way.
Well, we're now in the nice neighborhood, more or less. And we got a lot of stuff to do. So, validate the permits. That's next. Okay, I'm going to take a break, and when I come back, I'll do some more. So, we didn't really accomplish much. Instead, I ended up blundering into several things. Like, I accidentally completed Neon Nights by complete inadvertently, but I decided to reload so that way I can go see how the rest of it goes before I do anything. I gotta go seek out Laborio to do the personality. I gotta get the calibrator. I need to wait for Seraph to call me back. And I have to validate the permits. So that's a couple of things we have, and all of that we have to do, with the exception of Seraph, do in the northern side of town. So yeah. A lot more in-depth than I thought, but then again, this is Deus Ex after all. In-depth is its middle name, to an extreme. So, I'm gonna take a break, and when I come back, we'll go into part 5 and hopefully get some of these done, and likely run into more. So, be back soon.